Welcome back to the podcast. This is Layla Rose, and today we're going to be talking about how to make AI serve your soul mission. We're going to be discussing the main reason why most people are afraid of it, all the ways that people can use it in a positive, life-changing way. And all the energetics aspects of it as well. I've never seen anyone talk about this. So, we're going to be going into details. All right. So the first thing is why most people are afraid of AI. So when it comes to biology, so everybody has a nervous system, right? Including, animals, which we are. We are animals as well. And what happens when there is any form of change with someone with a dysregulated nervous system, someone who's operating in survival mode, is that any form of change will be perceived as a threat. And this is what happened, by the way, with the internet. If you remember, I was very young, but I recalled, seeing a lot of people freaking out about the arrival of the internet. Like everybody was saying that it was doomsday, it was the end of the world, there was going to be an apocalypse, there was going to be like a blackout. Like people need to, look back in history because this is not new. And of course, I'm not laughing at the people who are experiencing that because they can't see what's happening. They're operating from a part of their brain that is reptilian. And when someone operates in that space, they can't absorb information, or it's really hard to absorb and take it in and to execute and plan something. It's usually, people who are in survival mode usually live, week by week. You're not planning 5 years ahead. So this is what's happening. And of course, you can get into arguments with people who are in survival mode because it's a waste of time for both people. That's the main reason why we're seeing this rise of this movement of, people against AI. And the part that's actually, I would say, positive about that is that these people are actually bringing up a lot of smart questions, even though they're not open for discussion and they're not open to, discuss because they're operating from, like I said, a very specific state of the body. So they, it really limits them. But they do bring up a lot of smart questions when it comes to lawmaking, the impact on the environment. And these are really important, not only questions, but they're important to be executed on very quickly, because as AI and, all these technologies are expanding and improving really fast, the laws sometimes are not keeping up with that. So, of course, we can't just go blindly into that. We need to have discernment and ask questions for sure. But there seemed to be this gap between people where it's like, it's either people use it on a daily basis or people are just against it whatsoever. So there has to be, of course, a middle ground to make sure that things are being done properly. And so when it comes to the energetics behind that, so AI represents the masculine energy. So it's very logical, it's very rational. It can have emotional intelligence, but mostly it would mirror you if you try to have an emotional conversation with AI. So it's mostly masculine. So what's interesting is that AI is actually slowly replacing men, not women, when you think about it. Because, for example, if a man only provides money for his family, for example, that's literally the only thing he does. He goes to work, brings the money, that's it. This is something that AI can do, not in the future. This is something that AI can do right now in the present moment. It's just that most people are not tapped into it. But I can reassure you that the top 10% of society uses AI on a daily basis, and they already have AI employees. This is something that's already part of, I would say, the elite of society, but it's also very accessible because anybody can put, an AI program and an AI app in their phone and have AI serve them. Now we're going to get into the more feminine, soulful aspect of this, right? Because like I said, AI either serves you or you serve it. That's what's going to happen in society. And it's already happening right now. We can see it. People are either a slave to it, or it can be your own personal assistant. Not slave, it sounds a bit negative, but that's what it is. And so when it comes to the core of the company, that's the feminine aspect. That's the soul of it. And this is the main reason why anyone now can start, and I'm talking about for women, of course, because every single thing I do is for, women. So as a woman, when you know what your soul mission is, you can have AI programs basically run everything on autopilot for you, and you don't have to work. This is what it means to be paid to exist. Okay. Now, how do you know your soul mission? So again, a lot of women don't know this, but your soul mission is already predetermined before you're even born. A lot of people try to guess and try to find out like what's their soul purpose. Like, you don't even have to do all of that. Honestly, it's really easy. It's really simple. You have to look into your birth chart. So of course you need your birth date, time, and location. And then you can use, honestly, any reliable app or birth chart calculator, even if you don't understand it. Here's the thing, you can screenshot it, all right? And you can put it into an AI app and say, tell me more about my soul mission and specifically about my north node. So the sign, the degree, the house, this is going to create a very specific energetic signature for you. And once you have that information, you're going to be able to create a company that works for you. But that company is not just some random thing, because here's the thing, a lot of people sell these like courses on, how to whatever, work, be a content creator or have your own digital company, or how to sell products on Amazon and whatever. But here's the thing, if it's not aligned to your soul mission, it's not going to work. If it's not aligned to your specific north node, it's not going to work. And of course, there are so many layers to a birth chart. This is just one part of it. In your birth chart, every single house has also a very specific meaning as well. So here's the thing, that's the thing, you don't even have to decode your own birth chart, or you don't even have to go to an astrologer. I mean, you can if you want to, but if you just screenshot your birth chart and put it into an AI app, you can have AI actually explain it to you. And this takes time, because there's so many layers, there's so many things you're going to learn about what your soul mission is, basically. There's going to be different ways to do your marketing as well, by using your moon sign, your Venus. But that's just like the structure, like the skeleton, right? The core of your company is going to be your north node. And this is something that a lot of celebrities, athletes, business women, businessmen do, that they don't really share. Actually, it's hidden. It's hidden knowledge. And it's something that it's getting more and more accessible. And of course, there are, like I said, different layers, different phases, different steps. That's just step one. If you understand that, you're already ahead of, 90% of society. So if you have any questions on anything I said today, let me know in the comments. If you have any suggestions as well, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.